यूट्यूब के हमारे सभी साथियों को हमारा प्यार भरा नमस्कार। दोस्तों, हर बार की तरह हम एक बार फिर हाजिर हैं हमारे यूट्यूब चैनल इंडियन अचीवर्स में। हमारे आज के प्रोग्राम में हम एक ऐसे मेहमान के साथ बातचीत करेंगे जो साउथ अफ्रीका के जुलू लैंड में रहते हैं। जुलू लैंड साउथ अफ्रीका का एक बहुत ही महत्वपूर्ण स्थान है। दोस्तों, वैसे तो हमारे मेहमान पूरी तरीके से जुलू निवासी हैं, लेकिन आपको जानकर आश्चर्य होगा कि उनकी जड़ें भारत से जुड़ी हुई हैं, क्योंकि लगभग 150 साल पहले जब अंग्रेज हजारों लाखों भारतीयों को दूसरे देशों में मजदूर बनाकर ले गए थे, तो उनमें हमारे आज के मेहमान के फोरफादर्स भी थे। तो लेट अस वेलकम आवर टुडेज गेस्ट, प्रिंस ईश्वर रामलुचमान। नमस्कार।
ईश्वर जी नमस्कार।
नमस्कार। नमस्कार।
And as usual, our senior journalist, Dr. Vijay Gaur, is also with us, and we will be asking some interesting questions to Ishwar Ramlutchman ji. And let us call him Ishwar, so that way it will become a little easy for us, to carry on with the talk. So, Ishwar ji, first of all, thanks for coming into our program. And I would like to start. Do you know which part of India your forefathers belongs to? And do you still have your connections with India? And would you like to find out your roots in India, if you don't know?
Yes. Well, firstly, my humble greetings to all of you. And thank you for giving us this opportunity to be on Indian Achievers YouTube channel. Yes, definitely. My forefathers have hailed from Bihar in Patna, and we have had a lot of documentation put together. Especially the ship that they came from in 1860 as indentured laborers from India. And we tried to trace them via various connect. And it's been very difficult, I must say, but having the information, definitely we'd like to reach out to where our ancestors really came from in India.
So, Mr. Ishwar, now I can see your name is Prince Ishwar. Can you please tell our viewers what's your relationship with the King of Zululand?
Well, firstly, I give praise to His Majesty King Goodwill Zwelithini Zulu, who was the king of the Zulu nation, who has passed on 2 years back now. I shared a very close bond with him over the years for decades, actually. And we became so close, and he's adopted me as a son and into the royal family, mainly because he felt that we needed to build a nation, and building a nation needed a lot of people to come together. And he found the opportunity because of my philanthropic work and my connect with the people on the ground, and more especially the values that we have in terms of bringing people together, promoting peace, harmony, and building a nation. So we became so close that he's given me the Zulu Royal Orders and also the title Prince, which together with the name Mabega Zulu, Zulu means heaven. So, and the Zulu nation is quite a large nation in Africa, and all people throughout the world look at the Zulu nation as a blueprint. So yes, that's how we have come together with His Majesty.
We came to know that you had very hard time when you were a child, and now you are a prince, and now you are a well-known figure in Zulu land. You are well known for your social work, helping poor, making houses for them. What
Ji.
is the inspiration behind it? Can you please tell us something about this?
Well, I must say, as you touched on, we had a very hard life. My parents couldn't afford education. They could barely, uh, have enough to feed us when we were young. But nevertheless, God has His own plan, and through my master Sri Swami Shivananda, who his disciple Swami Sahajananda here in South Africa opened the Divine Life Society, which is the headquarters, is based in Rishikesh in Deri, Garhwal. So we joined the ashram from a very early age as young boys, and over the years we clinged on to our master and continued. And his profound teachings was to serve, love, give, purify, meditate, realize, be good, do good, be kind, be compassionate. And with those teachings of my master, we try to practice that in our daily lives and wherever we go, whatever we do. So we always try to propagate his teachings and practically live that life. And that's how we became who we are, because of the divine saint of India. And Swami Shivananda embraced people from all over the world. His teachings, even here in South Africa, um, Swami Shivananda's works has touched the common man on the ground, and where he's become an inspiration to all of us, just like how he's been my guiding light and inspiration. And so we give thanks to Mother India for having great saints that hail Bharat, because it is people like us, who's the fourth generation, where our forebears, who had nothing, they came to South Africa having hope that South Africa, especially KwaZulu-Natal, as a country of milk and honey. But when they arrived here, they never realized that they needed to cut sugarcane on the plantations, and they led a very hard life. And today we give thanks to them, because today we reap the benefits of their hard work. And coming back to my Divine Master, it is these spiritual aspects in our life that our forebears also carried with them from India, where today we are what we are because of our spiritual background.
I understand from what you said that uh, religiously you are still attached with India, with Shivanandaji from Tiri Garhwal. Actually, I have seen his ashram there one time. So you are somehow connected with India in that way. But are you connected with India in other fields of life? India is changing very fast now. Do you keep yourself updated with the changing things in India, like the social changes, other type of changes? Do you keep yourself updated?
Well, I must say, India is the heartbeat of our life, because when Shri Narendra Modi became Prime Minister, his first visit to South Africa, he wanted to meet the Zulu King, and I was very privileged to foster that meeting between His Majesty and King Goodwill and the Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi.
Wow.
And at that meeting, we exchanged a lot of cultural values, and also our connect, where we promote yoga in South Africa. So we have many people and institutions in India where we connect with to propagate the real teachings of the ancient civilization of India here in South Africa. Currently, we have over 67 teachers. So that is just one aspect that we constantly connect with India. And the other aspect is that we are engaging a lot with the government of India, where troops from the international cultural relations, bring in these cultural groups to South Africa, and we partner with the government of India here in South Africa, so that there could be this cultural tolerance and also an awakening of the Indian culture here in South Africa. And we also get the Zulu community to come together with the Indian community to share each other's cultural backgrounds and learn from one another, because we feel that tolerance and acceptance is very important. And yes, India plays a major role in our daily life, and we keep up to knowing the privileges that India has to give to us as the people of Indian origin.
Means you have very close connections and very deep-rooted connections with India. So should we call you Prince Indian Achiever?
Well, why not? Because we are from India. The umbilical cord is still attached to India, and forever we will always remember our ancestors, because when even we do our Pitar puja, we look at India, where our ancestors come from. So you look at this connect is not only spiritual connect, also our teachings come from Bharat. So our life is based on basically what India has given us.
Mr. Ishwar, you are a big businessman in Zululand also. I have been going through your autobiography and certain articles written on you. So tell me this thing, do you still work with Indian businessmen or Indian government or Indian entities to develop good business relations between Zululand or South Africa with India?
We'd like to see a lot of businessmen from India come to South Africa and engage in business activities. We've always supported businesses here in South Africa, also businesses that are established, people of the NRIs here that have come from India. We always are ready to engage with them, to assist them, and to also guide them along. So the people here in South Africa are really thirsty for technology, solar power, also the agricultural sector, because poverty is in the increase here in South Africa, and we only look at Bharat to come on board, and we know that there are unique businessmen in India that have solutions for almost every sector in the economic field.
Okay, when you are doing so many things with India, how often you visit India for your business purposes or for developing relations between India and South Africa? Do you frequently visit India or not?
Yes, I visit India regularly. If I can help it, twice a year, but definitely once a year I come to India. I mainly focus on my spiritual aspect. I go to Rishikesh at the Shivananda Ashram, and also with the connect between the government of India and the Shivananda World Peace Foundation, and also some of the programs that we have between various religious institutions. Also looking at many other tourism sites, because I feel that when we go to India, we also get a glimpse of a rich heritage that a nation has kept alive, which we don't find in the world today. All other nations across the world are copying what India has got, and so I make sure that I also become a tourist in India when I'm there.
Thank you. So, Mr. Ishwar, I see you are wearing a very beautiful traditional attire. Is there any historical importance behind this attire?
Well, this is the leopard skin, which His Majesty has given me. This is worn by the royal family and the Zulu royal monarch. Whenever there's traditional events, this is a traditional attire, just like how you have the Indian sari, Punjabi. So this is the attire for the Zulu nation. And yes, when we sing hymns and when we come together with Amabuto, which is the royal regiments, we use this traditional attire.
Wow.
Great.
Okay. So, Ishwarji, tell us what is the socio-economic conditions of the people of Zululand? It means they are well-versed, they are, affluent, and what? Can you tell us something about that?
Well, as you know, through the pandemic, COVID-19, it really set the people back. Poverty is in the increase. As you would know, that South Africa is facing a very high unemployment rate, and it's reached its peak currently. And the fight for survival when it comes to food security. So we see a lot of people also lost jobs, and it's a big worry here in South Africa. And we hope when the BRICS summit is taking place in August this year in South Africa, we hope that all major countries, especially India, create a lot of job opportunities here in South Africa to eradicate poverty.
We wish all the best for this.
So, Mr. Ishwar, as I was going through all the literature, I found a very interesting thing about Zululand. And just out of interest, and please forgive me, I have no intention of criticizing any tradition or anything, because we are also traditional people. I was reading that there is a Zulu maiden reed dance every year at King's Palace. A few years back, there were like 50,000 girls who participate in it, and those are for virgin girls. Is there any custom for men also? Because, in 21st century, some people will think that it's just like a gender bias or something. So can you please tell us about this whole traditional thing?
Yes, that's been quite a serious topic all over the world, actually. The Royal Reed Dance, which is in isiZulu, Mkhosi Womhlanga, which His Majesty started over 35, 40 years back, and giving hope to the nation, because when one preserve their virginity up until marriage, it gives them a lot of strength and also courage to achieve what they want to achieve in life. And the issue of men, there is a festival called Kosi, where the men come together, and that is only where men attend. But much more need to be done, because you'll find that this issue of the woman, when His Majesty started the Royal Reed Dance Festival, he brought down the HIV rate quite drastically in South Africa. In the early 80s, it was at its peak. And when he started that, it actually assisted, because you find that the lack of education in rural communities affect the country at large. And men really, a lot need to be done. You have a lot of small gatherings, but not at such a large scale like that.
Thank you.
थैंक यू वेरी मच ईश्वर जी। आज आपसे बात करके वाकई बहुत अच्छा लगा। आई होप दैट यू अंडरस्टैंड हिंदी, ऑल्दो यू कैन नॉट स्पीक हिंदी, लेकिन मुझे लगता है कि आप हिंदी समझते तो जरूर होंगे। और आपको भी अच्छा लगा होगा आज हमारे कार्यक्रम में आकर। और मैं अपने दर्शकों से पूरी तरीके से गुजारिश करूंगा कि हमारे इस कार्यक्रम को वो लाइक भी करें और सब्सक्राइब भी करें और शेयर भी करें, क्योंकि ये हमने आज एक बिल्कुल ही नई चीज आपके सामने पेश करी है। और आप देख सकते हैं कि ईश्वर जी अपनी ट्रेडिशनल अटायर में कितने प्यारे लग रहे हैं और बिल्कुल प्रिंस की तरह ही हमारे को दिख रहे हैं ये। तो मैं उम्मीद करूंगा कि हम दोबारा फिर कभी मिलें और एक बार फिर थोड़ी और व्यापारिक बातचीत भी करें, बिजनेस के ऊपर बातचीत करें और इंडिया और साउथ अफ्रीका के रिलेशंस को लेकर और बातचीत करें। धन्यवाद आपका बहुत बहुत। थैंक यू वेरी मच।
धन्यवाद ईश्वर जी।
धन्यवाद।